Hi guys. The date is December 30th, and it is one day before New Year's. And I wanted to make a video talking about kind of like a bit of the healing process that I went through and am going through, because I've been going to therapy, not because I need it, but because it's like I could definitely live without it and just live with some of the holes that I have, I don't like some of the missing pieces, because I mean people live with bigger missing pieces, like bigger issues every day. But I thought, while I'm young and while I kind of have perspective on it, I should go to therapy and see if I can fix some of my issues, to see if I can become, feel like me again. And over this time, I've kind of come to certain certain understandings that I'd really like to share, and I think could possibly help people. I mean, they're in the process of helping me, so I'm not saying they've 100% worked and you'll feel better instantly and stuff, or you'll solve the problems. But maybe I kind of just wanted to document this and share it a little. So it's mainly about being yourself and just being who you are. And it sounds kind of cringy, but it's not getting judged, not changing yourself from the judgment of other people. But it's also a big part of it is realizing what it really was, because I dropped out of high school. I made a video on that. That was one of my first videos, and I had a lot of, it sounds bad when you say trauma, because it's not really that bad, but it's kind of like an experience that triggers something that it negatively impacted me. So I had really bad social anxiety in high school, and so now when I've left high school, when I see other people, it's really hard to be myself, especially around my peers, because that social anxiety just triggers. And it really ties back to when you're a kid, you're whole. You are yourself when you're a kid. You're the kind of purest version of yourself. But as you grow up, I mean, you learn new stuff and you have different experiences, but you don't really kind of change as the whole you are. You kind of stay whole, and then as you grow up, it kind of fragments. You change, you adapt to your environment, but you also change from yourself. Like how when I went into high school, I was decently innocent, and then it ended up, I made a video on this, it ended up I ended up trying to adapt to my environment by changing myself, and it didn't even end up helping me. And I did this thing where in therapy, you close your eyes and you have to picture the version of you want to become. And I didn't picture an older version of me, someone wiser, someone who could be themselves. I pictured my child self, because I just remembered how happy and how whole he felt, and that's what I'd like to feel again. That's where I'd like to be. So yeah, it's like healing the wounds that kind of how the world changed me. And then not putting up those barriers, not taking one bad experience in high school and then changing myself forever just because I don't want it to happen again. It takes kind of courage, and I can't say I've fixed all of it, but I'm definitely in progress of fixing it. And it's you just need to really reflect, and it's hard to do that, especially in a time when stimulation is very, very popular, and so you're usually watching something or doing something or messaging or going somewhere. But if you just take a moment, and it takes practice, or at least it did for me, but I just kept digging deeper, and I found out what the core issue was and what triggered it back in high school. And then I started working on undoing it, like putting myself back together, filling the holes. And I'm gonna be honest, I did need a little bit of help. I thought I could do it all on my own. I thought I could do it all in my own head, but you can't. So most people, they can have friends to do it with and that, but I personally didn't feel comfortable, so I did go to therapy. And I didn't even tell my parents I was going. I literally just booked an online therapist, and it wasn't really about what they could do. It was just about them sharing their perspective on and advice on what I was going through, and so I could say it to process it, because it's really hard to process everything in your head when you don't put it out there. And that really helped me. So I mean, obviously there's there can be a lot of stuff around therapy and that, but I just really needed someone to talk to, and that really helped me. But yeah, so look, it's definitely worth looking into the something Young. I forgot. I think it's Charles Young. And it's really looking into his book on the child archetype, because I think a lot of people, I think they stop aging really early because, and I don't mean this in a mean way, but I see it in my parents. They have similar issues as my little sisters, and I think it's because of the similar thing where it's a triggered response when they have those, and it's the same thing with my little sisters. It's a triggered response, and I feel like if it's something you don't work on, you physically get older, so people assume you're getting more mature and you're growing up, but you mentally, you're not really growing up. You're becoming more educated. You get a job, so now you work a job, you can drive, you can fill out your taxes, you have all these skills, but you're not really maturing. And I can kind of see that a lot as I get older, and I meet older people, and I get to know older people, much older than me, 10, 20 years. I'm just wow. It's very underwhelming. I feel like they should be super mature and super have really super amazing perspectives and stuff. They've lived for so long, and it's just no, they're capable people, obviously, because they had to grow up in the world, but they still put up those boundaries. So I think it's about growing. I'm not going to go around, because I want to be I'm not going to go around acting childish. I'm not going to go around jumping on stuff and kicking rocks like I did as a kid, because that's not really growing and maturing. But I'm also not going to block out the child version of myself that I know is me. And I'm going to be myself, but I'm also going to, mix that in with getting a job and becoming and growing up. But I can't. The big thing is, when I tried to mix that the first time, I had no experience. So my first time mixing the child version of me with the real world was high school, and that I wasn't ready for it. And so I got scared, and I put up barriers, and I changed, and that is something I have to heal from now. But it's also good to know, because now I know that I can grow and mature and learn new things and become a functioning member of society, and also be myself, and be the kid who just like just was always in the moment and noticed the small things and got obsessive over hobbies and kind of like that. But yeah, just kind of wanted to make a video about my experience through that. And something that's really helped me is just reflecting. So obviously not getting too much in my own head, but taking a break from the stimulation, just going for a walk on the beach, and that, which I'm at the beach right now. But yeah, also I really enjoy reading a lot of the comments. That I don't know if anyone who's ever commented on my video is watching, but I do really enjoy reading them, and it's some really nice stuff, and I do really appreciate the comments. But yeah, that's about it for what I wanted to talk about. Things are going well. I'm playing a new card game that my friends introduced me to called Magic the Gathering, and I enjoy playing it. Like, it's fun to play. It's like the same as when I played Minecraft or Call of Duty or played football. You know, it's something that I can do for fun, and that I really enjoy playing with other people, like just bonding and having a good time. And yeah, so that's what's going on. Things with my family are they're going well. They're a little bit rough with my parents, just because I'm growing up and I'm ready to leave the house soon, but I'm still a bit worried. Like, it's not like I'm not in the financial position, but I just feel like I really like the benefits of staying at home. Like, I'm definitely in the financial position to move out. Like, I could definitely sustain myself for up to 3 years even without a job. But it's just like I can see myself on my situation, like, upward trending, even when I'm at home, even when I have to have that struggles with my parents. But I feel like if I move out, then it'll go like kind of sideways a little bit. Like, I'll have to keep track of all my bills. I'll have to do my own laundry and stuff, and just like all those things, they kind of seem like a little bit scary. I know that's like not good to say, living in my grandparents' basement, and I'm 18. I've got a full-time job, so I could move out, and it's just like saying it's bills are scary, and becoming a functioning member of society is scary. It doesn't put a good light on me. But yeah, I'm just taking my time. I'm just gonna do me, and when I feel ready, or when I feel, not when I feel ready, but when I feel like I'll know when it's time to leave, and when it's time for me to become independent and leave, and all of that. So I'm just gonna take my time, take it slow, keep working on myself, but in a healthy way, not like in a very self-improvement culture way. And I'm gonna enjoy life, because I might die tomorrow, and I'll never upload a YouTube video again, and so I should enjoy today. I should go out, and I should go to the beach and have a good time, because you never know if you're gonna live another day. So I'm gonna enjoy the moment, and obviously keep improving, and yeah. But that's about it. Yeah, that's the end of the video. Happy New Year's.